Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Selena Style Designs. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Selena and I'm an interior designer and stylist based in Sydney. And this video today is going to be a two-in-one. It's going to be a thrift haul of all the pieces that I found in my last video, a vlog, a day in the life of a furniture flipper and refinisher. So if you haven't seen that video, check it out. I'll link that below for you to watch as well if you haven't. And the other part of the video is going through some props that are really crucial that can help elevate your pieces when you're styling your pieces and photographing them for sale. So let's get into the first part of the video, the thrift haul. So some of the pieces that I picked up you might recognize behind me. It's this gorgeous artwork that I couldn't resist. It was only $6 and it's a lot warmer than I normally go for, but I really liked that sort of vintage nostalgia kind of atmospheric mood that it created. And I do like to collect vintage art or just any type of art that I find that I think is affordable and that I can use in styling either in my own home or when I'm furniture flipping and refinishing. So this one I'm hoping to find the piece that will work really well for it. Have not yet found that, but we will wait and see. And some other items that I thrifted are books, and I love collecting books. I find they're really good for styling and you can just never have too many books as well. But I don't read them as much as I should do, but what I find really is good is using them for the spines. So what I'll do is, I can show you how good these are. So these ones are only like $3 or $4 each. And what I look for when I'm going to the op shops and thrift stores is the spines. So what I'll do is I'll take the cover off and always look for if it has some really nice indentation of the printing on the title, and then that way when I take the paper off I can actually just use the books together. So this one already had a lovely linen texture, so I bought that, and this one was an encyclopedia of the earth, but once again I'm just taking off the paper cover to reveal the linen hardback. And this is a lovely, can't really see it in the light. Oh no, you can. It's a navy, really pretty, and it's quite simple, minimal on the backing, so that will work really nicely for a few different styles when I'm wanting to style with some book props. And then the other items that I got were this gorgeous, I think, limited edition house and garden architecture book, and couldn't resist. It's always love getting hardbound books, and it just shows some of the really sweet vintage architecture in Australia, and you can never have too many coffee table books as well. So that's really cute, and that was only $12, so that was a pretty good bargain. I also picked up some new bedding, which I'm hoping to eventually get this room reveal done soon, but this is going to be for the master bedroom makeover, but that is still taking a little bit longer than I'd like, but getting there soon. And then two other items that I got from the thrift store are ceramics. Now I love collecting. My weakness is for ceramics. I really love just the detailing, the color. So that was only $3, which is really, really good. So I've got that one, and picked up this lovely sculptural one as well, and that was $4. So that was my thrift haul, and I'm really excited to use them in the next pieces that hopefully will fit for that style and the coloring. So I'm going to jump right into the next part of the video and getting into the essential props that will really help elevate your styling game. So there are 4 kind of essential things that are really useful when styling your furniture items and just generally styling accessories for your home as well. The first one is books, and I've already shown you some of those ones that I thrifted, and you can see how lovely they look when they're stacked together like this. So the one book I find most useful when styling any type of style is the Kinfolk book. I find it is really elevated, it's really classy and elegant, and it's very recognizable. So that does make a big difference if you're trying to get a higher price point in your furniture items. People like to find something that is a bit more higher end, and this book definitely is an investment to give you those higher price points as well. So after books, the next thing that's really useful for your furniture styling is flowers and greenery. So when I really got into furniture flipping, I actually started buying fake flowers, and they're just so much easier. The colors are really vibrant and there's no maintenance in terms of buying new flowers every time. So looking for flowers that have texture, greenery, light delicate foliage of the florals as well is really useful. So this one's a really cheap one. This one I got from Target, which was about $40. And then you can actually go into IKEA and get greenery like these. Now these are normally in some black tubs. I've just kind of pulled them out and then I just use them and put them into different vases. So you could find a thrifted thing and then just have it like that on some books and some decor. So one you might have seen me style with a bit in my furniture flips is this vase here, and this is how they come normally with the little plastic black bases, but you can rip this off, keep it depending on how big the vessel is, and you just pop them in, and then on a book stack they look really good. And then also the other one that I love using is a more squat round floral bowl. This one is a little bit pricier, but it definitely has paid for itself because I use this one all the time now. So you want to have a range of different heights and shapes and styles. So these two, they are similar as you can see, but one is a bit taller, so depending on the furniture item they're going to work differently as well, and this one's rounder and has some more curves. So we've gone through books, we've gone through flowers and greenery. The next thing is little small trinkets and decor items. So these little things are great to add in front of the florals and on the book stack, and I'll give you some little vignettes where I can show you how I put these together. But little small items are really good just to add some drop in the height and add something that's lower down to the bottom so it shows the hardware that you're using as well. And sometimes depending on the style, might go for something a little bit like coral, and this is just a faux one here. But yes, it's good to really just collect and start building up your inventory of different styles and pieces, because that way you can kind of change things in and out. And if you usually like these pieces, they tend to work in your home accessories as well. So you're kind of investing in pieces that you can live with every day and also accessorize in your styling flips as well. So the last prop accessory we get to is artwork. And for me, this is where I get to have a bit of fun. Artwork is all about finding different styles and sizes that are going to work just to enhance the furniture item. You don't want it to be too distracting or too colorful or too bright, because you don't want it to be the focus of your furniture item when you're trying to sell. So what you want to make sure is that the color tones pair really nicely with the piece that you're working with. The scale is appropriate as well. And what I'm gonna do is gonna grab some of those pieces so you can see just what I mean about that. Okay, so I've got all the artwork now. And so one behind me you can see is a square. It's I think about a 60 by 60 centimeter artwork. And this one has some really lovely floral blush tones, has some really nice greens. And this is really good when I'm doing things that are a bit more delicate and feminine. And I've just styled it up here with some of the accessories that I mentioned before as well. So this console is blue, but it does pick up really nicely with the gold accents that are in the hardware and then in my decor piece there. And these florals just kind of reference the texture and the softness in the artwork as well. The other one that I love working with when I'm making more boho furniture is this really lovely minimal modern style one as well. So it's just quite neutral. It's a printout that has a bit of texture that is embedded into the print itself. So that one's quite good. It's also another square one. And then I have some more portrait style sizes. And this one, they can be hard to photograph because they are reflective, so you can see the camera in that. So these ones kind of can be tricky to photograph in furniture flips and furniture refinishing photos. So sometimes consider getting something that's either non-reflective or is a printout and is a canvas maybe, because they're quite easy to photograph, as you can see as well. So this one is good for little small pieces, bedsides, if you're wanting to have it hung up in front of the bedside sets that you're working on. This is another lovely thrift shop one that I found. Unfortunately, it's also reflective. It's got a lovely Japanese lady inside, some nice blush tones. So if I'm wanting to go a bit more boho, this is a really nice one to use as well. And I'll show you an example of how I've used that in a flip and that one was only $20. So the size, the glass, that's just really, really affordable. You definitely don't have to buy new for artwork. You can find some incredible pieces at thrift shops and op shops. The only thing that might be difficult is finding the framing and the style that is going to be suitable to the pieces that you work on, but something like this you could definitely tape out and paint quite easily. So 4 must-have props that are really great for elevating your furniture flipping and refinishing styling game.
Books are great to start with because they add character, help to create height, and act like a tray, grouping all your other decor items together to make a wonderful little vignette.
Number 2, we have greenery and faux flowers, or you can use real flowers as well if you have them.
Styling with greenery and florals, both fake and real, is great for layering in softness and texture to your furniture item. It also helps to create a visual point of interest in your photography to help engage and draw the viewer in.
Third, we come to art. So it's not really necessary to always include artwork in your furniture items. Sometimes it doesn't really make sense in the piece that you may be doing. Artwork is a great way of showing off the style of the furniture item, the overall scale and piece, and just how this might be used in someone's potential home as well.
Fourth, we come to decor. These collected accessories and trinkets are the finishing touches to your styling vignette. They add the fun and personality to complete the overall look to best showcase your furniture item.
I'd love to know which are your go-to props and accessories for when you're styling your furniture pieces. I find it really fun and enjoyable to just layer in these different accents and accessories, and for me, I love being able to shop. So this is a great way of making sure that I don't spend too much on too many things. So at least the things that I'm buying I can actually use in my furniture flips and styling photography as well. So I hope you enjoyed this double video of my thrift haul and the 4 must-have props for helping you elevate your furniture flipping and refinishing styling and photography game. I've got some incredible flips coming this week, and the next one that I'm working on is a really sweet vintage dresser that I'm really excited to make over. This one I'm actually keeping for myself because I fell in love with it and I just really couldn't part with it. So if you want to be notified for that video, subscribe to make sure you catch that when that comes out. So thanks for watching and see you next time.